I'm Caito.
I'm Elle.
And this is Smut Fairy, a podcast for the freaks, the good girls, and anyone who loves romance and smut in their literature. On today's episode, we are deep diving into Cactus Heart, which is the first book in the Why Not series by Clio Evans. But before we get into it, I thought maybe we'd do a little update for the listeners on what else we've been reading lately.
What haven't we been reading? Our TBRs are... I can't even quantify them anymore. The list is astronomical.
All we do is try and power through a TBR. I need a good 3 weeks. I say this regularly. I need a good 3 weeks to make a dent.
Oh, that wouldn't even take it off the top, but it'd make me feel a lot better.
Yeah. And I'm really an impulse reader too. So I'll have this huge list that I really want to get to, and I'll see a good one and be like, that one right now.
I want to read this one first.
Which is how we ended up at some of the ones I've been reading lately.
What have you been reading?
I have been reading. I've been continuing the Bonds That Tie series by J. Bree, which I've talked about. I think I'm on the 3rd one now. Really good. Really good. Very sassy, relatable characters.
Love to hear it.
Some world building, some shit happening, a big bad.
Keep it moving.
Battles, powers, the whole shebang.
Actually sounds great.
It's a great time. Like strap in, you know? And it's horny as well. So strap in.
It's got everything you really want.
Because of course the way that you bond with someone is that you fuck them.
Yeah, naturally.
Obviously. And she doesn't want to do that with them straight away. So there's all this tension because it's really one at a time and they're kind of spread out. So you got to wait for some of them.
Oh, that's the good stuff right there.
Hell yeah. I'm also deep in my cowboy era, as per usual. When am I not? I've told literally every girly pop that I've spoken to lately about this one, Chasing the Wild by Elliot Rose.
Not only did you tell me about it, but you sent me a screen recording of the audio.
Yeah.
And my God, has it influenced me into downloading?
Yeah, because there's also, so the audiobook on Spotify is you look at it and you're like, why is it maybe 19 hours long? Why? Because the final 4 hours is a bonus novella and you get the whole thing, and it's called Bouquets and Buckles, and it's a Christmas novella thing. And between these 2 books, I need a cowboy in his 40s to enter my life yesterday.
Immediately.
Lucky so urgently. Yeah, lucky I am going to Canada.
It's booked in. It's on the schedule.
Not specifically for that reason, but certainly it would be a perk.
I think it's about 80% of the reason.
No, it's 45. Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, and then the last thing that I have been reading, which I'm going to be so vulnerable with you all right now.
This is a safe space. You are welcome here.
Yeah, so I do this thing where I go through the Kindle app once I finish reading something, and obviously my algorithm in the Kindle app is kind of fucked at this point.
Absolutely. We've been
pretty smut heavy, basically exclusively smuts. So some weird shit filters through. And I did see one called The Orc's Fertile Hue Cow Bride, which was a novella.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty short, actually, a one-night stand, if you will.
Perfect.
And for sure it does what it says on the tin, which is...
And you know what? If it does what it says on the tin, then good for you.
What? Okay, I want to know before I tell you, what do you think a hue cow is?
I just think it's probably going to be a woman, really. Unfortunately.
Just a girl.
Yeah, and there's going to be some kind of milking involved. And some
for sure.
grading.
I feel like it's pretty like self-explanatory, but the concept is pretty much all of these books. I've been reading the ones by Rhea Wilde.
Uh-huh. Great
And
name.
it all involves, I know, right? As far as pen names go, because there's no way you're putting your real name on it.
No.
They take human women from like villages, and they're human women that are like milk producers. So they're not, they haven't had kids or anything, but like something happens to like not all
They
of
can
them,
lactate.
but some of them, and then suddenly they've got these like huge tits and they get milked like cows to like feed the orcs and like heal them and give them strength.
Heal them.
And they fully get like hooked up to machines.
Oh no.
Anyway, so I read the Orcs Fertile Hugh Cow Bride, and then I read a couple others because of course it's a series. And
naturally.
Since then, she's also written some that involve, so there's orcs and then there's also minotaurs.
Naturally, yeah.
And they're
I see
Hugh
this
Cow
pattern.
Brides, and werewolves, and they're Hugh Cow Omegas.
You know what?
I cannot express how much you would hate these.
It's not my cup of tea, and that's okay. But I really feel like there's a niche that they found, and they can put it in any genre, any monster. Perfect.
Because like the key theme here is lactation, obviously, which is a kink.
Absolutely.
And like I was reading it kind of like, I'm not like into this as a concept, but it is kind of hot to read about.
Yeah. It's different for sure. It's unusual.
Oh, it's for sure different. Like it's like they just lactate like all the time.
God, that must be annoying.
Right? They're like, I keep seeping through my clots. That would shit me to tears.
Shit me to tears.
I would just be like, I'm wet. I am sticky. I need a shower. And then they're in some orc's fucking tent.
Yeah, that really checks out.
Anyway, so that's what I've been reading.
Fun. You've got a wide range here. You've got variety. You're keeping things spicy. I like it.
Yeah. I am too curious for my own good, but we have fun.
And that's the whole point of this pod is we read ridiculous things and we tell you about them.
Yeah, and then you can decide if you would also like to read the ridiculous things.
There's no pressure, but, you know, if we read it, I was going to say we've taken the pressure off you, but some of the things we read, I actually think you maybe shouldn't.
You're talking specifically about some of the things I read. For sure.
I'm not sure if I'm sold on these Hugh Cow situations, but...
Look, neither am I, but they did catch my attention for a solid week. Also because they're short enough you can read them in one night.
And we love a one-night stand.
Exactly.
That's what we call books that we can consume just overnight.
A gorgeous novella, also known as a one-night stand.
Perfect. My reading this month has been uncharacteristically low because I've had some pretty big family things going on. So I have only read 2 books, which I think is the lowest amount of books that I have read in a month in maybe the last 5 years.
You've had a lot of stuff on, so...
It's been busy. Got some things going on.
No spare time for it.
No. So I read Not Her Goal by Ari Wright because we interviewed Ari Wright like a week and a half ago, which was awesome. That was really fun. So you can check out our episode about that. It's on Spotify, it's on Apple, it's on YouTube.
It's everywhere, actually.
Actually everywhere. You're also on random things like Castbox and
iHeartRadio. It's literally anywhere you get pods.
I went crazy with the RSS feed. I put it every podcasting location.
Yeah.
So welcome to the new people. If you've just found us, thank you for being here. And once again, thank you to anyone who listens to us because
yes, of course.
We don't shut up. And so I'm really grateful we have this avenue of expression. Thank you kindly. And the other book I have read is actually this one that we'll be talking about today. I had a great time with it, but it did take me about a month to read because I was only
in little bits.
I was dabbling.
To be fair, little bits would be a good way to absorb this one because, whew.
Oh my God. We're going to get into it.
Yeah, perfect segue, actually. Let's get on to today's book. Let's go.
Let's strap in again. Once again, buckle up, everybody.
And strap on.
We're talking about crossbody straps today because you're gonna need it.
Yeah, maybe a harness strap, like a roller, like in
over
the
the
jet
arms.
fighters, the three-way. We're doing a lot of hand gesturing. Anyway, today's book, as I said, Cactus Heart by Clio Evans. It's the first in the Why Not series, which will have 3 books. Now, let's cut that out. I've read a couple books by Clio Evans before. She's got a very wide range of work. There's a lot of like monster and creature-based smuts. She has a creature cafe. They have a creature cafe series. I believe the pronouns are she, they. They have a creature cafe series. Also, I think I've recommended on the pod before the duo Doves and Demons and Demons and Doves. I feel like I must have recommended them before because they are 2 of the most ridiculous monster, like MMF books I've ever read.
Perfect. The dream, actually.
Like, every single one's a different monster.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, no, for sure. And they are crazy. But I do recommend them. They are fun. They're very steampunk.
Yes, very
steampunk monster vibes, but also like pretty fucked up.
Love steampunk. I really had a bit of an obsession with steampunk, so this is hard.
Yeah. So I recommend that one if you're looking for something weird to read. But everything I've read by Clio Evans has been so much fun, and this was literally no exception. They also write small town and contemporary kind of romance, obviously, which is what we're covering today. But like, do not be fooled into thinking that's any more innocent.
No way.
My God. The teaser for this book is, in the small West Texas town of why not fall for your brother's 2 best friends, even if it means risking a broken heart? This does not adequately prepare you for how horny and kinky this book is.
Fully. Absolutely. It is underselling it in every way, shape, and form.
It's like, what if this was like such a nice small town romance and like a little bit like MMF?
What if you fall in love with your brother's
holy
best
shit.
friend? Blah, blah, blah.
I got taken on a motherfucking ride.
I got hit by a bus.
I got belted on the upside of the head with Matteo's kink bag.
I think this maybe changed the directory of my life.
No, genuinely. What the hell was that? And I loved it.
It was in the writing. Jesus.
So we'll get into it. But I did. So I went onto Clio Evans's website and I actually on the Amazon listing for this book, which is where it links you to, was the tropes for this book, and I cackled out loud at a couple of things.
They're quite good.
So we've got brothers best friends, mustache riding,
into
MMC with glasses.
Also into it.
So important. Hurt/comfort, whatever that means. BDSM.
Oh, it's a comfort fic. Like that's a fanfic term.
Is it?
When you're looking for something that's like, it's going to be about emotional characters finding each other and like soothing each other, the hurt/comfort's a thing.
Oh, see, this is good. An update from the world of fanfic that I have not delved into. It's too dangerous for me.
It's a slippery slope for you.
Yeah, I'm scared. BDSM and found family.
Okay, not to be funny, but if you read this tropes list, you would have come up with a vastly different plotline, once again, than what happened.
I'm not being funny, but
I'm not even trying to be dramatic.
Yeah, no, it really gives away not a lot.
Nothing. Nothing.
Like, just putting in like BDSM is so crazy.
Just BDSM.
So I've added a couple of content warnings.
Yes, we needed them.
My first content warning is BDSM because
BDSM brackets.
Yep. There's some degradation. Brackets kinky. There's death
brackets
of a
consensual.
parent. Yes, brackets consensual. There's death of a parent, brackets historical, and some abuse, brackets historical also.
Yeah. And
did I miss anything?
Some pretty complicated family issues, I would actually add
and
in.
Certainly some poor mental health, but like, who among us?
There's a lot going on. I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah. So I have...
But just based on that fact alone, I'd like you to come up with what you think is going to happen in the next 5 seconds. Just ruminate and then listen to what's about to happen and then tell me later. Because
have a think. We'll just let them sit for 5 seconds. Ready? And on that note, let's do the plot. I have obviously skipped over a lot of the minor stuff here. We're just hitting the major beats because, again, these emotional small town ones always have way more than you expect in them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot going on internally for these people. So here's what we've got. We open on Levi Rayburn, who has just made the spontaneous decision to take a break from the NHL. He's hit breaking point.
Spontaneous decision?
Yeah, live free, my king. He's hit breaking point, both physically and mentally, and he's headed to West Texas to return to the town of Why Not, which is objectively a very funny name for a town. The town that he used to spend his summers in with his dad because his parents were divorced. His mum's in Minnesota.
They also use the why not joke probably 20 times in this book.
Yeah. Fortunately, every time they do use it, everyone goes, oh, all the characters.
It's quite funny.
But you know what? You gotta.
Why not?
I'll kill you. I walked right into that. Well, now I feel silly.
Anyways, moving
on. We'll learn that the main family in this series, their last name is Why Not, so they're pretty closely associated with the town, one would think.
One would think.
And so this one focuses on Avery Why Not, and she is running late to her art class that she's teaching due to a blue hair dye job gone wrong. It's all over her. She looks like a Smurf. She runs to her dad's old art studio that she now runs. We learn she's got 2 pain-in-the-ass older brothers, Austin and Dallas, who don't let any men get near her, and that she's back in Why Not running this studio after a relationship with her brother's friend Kevin went horribly wrong and turned very abusive. Hence why they're so overprotective and nightmarish about it.
Yeah, they're to the point where no one can even breathe in her direction.
Yeah, men, they're like, don't even.
I'll spray with water.
Yeah, they got the pss out. So she's running out the door. Her best friends are texting her about the fact that she's got a new neighbor in her street as she's walking out the door. And she heads to teach her community class. So her studio has a secret space in it for her work. And we learn that's large. It just mentions that there's some kinky paintings in there and she doesn't let anyone into her private studio. She just runs classes in the rest of the studio. The art class group is waiting outside. It includes none other than giant blonde hockey playing Levi Rayburn, who's just turned up in town, who is there hoping to catch Avery's dad. Levi is friends with her brothers and she's always had a crush on him, but he always was kind of that's their little sister, when you're teenagers and a few years between you kind of thing. Yeah. In the middle of their conversation, one of Avery's best friends appears, local fucking hot fireman Matteo Jimenez. He's Mexican. Who immediately gives her shit about the blue hair dye on her face. And he's there because he heard she was teaching a technique that involved open flames and he doesn't trust the old people in the class, which is actually so valid. Levi is flabbergasted by how stunning Avery has grown up to be. He is gooped and gagged.
Seriously.
He's also very aware of Matteo.
He's looking.
He's clocking some things.
He's been in town
he's observing. He's been in town for 3 days. His phone, he's turned it off because it's blowing up, because obviously he spontaneously was like, fuck you, see you later, to the NHL. And his agent was like, you've got 6 weeks to work out whatever the hell you're doing and going through.
Sort yourself out.
And then either you come back here or I'm coming to get you. But mostly...
Which I think is a very reasonable deal, to be honest.
Yeah, because it's like you can't just walk away and that's that. You have to come back and deal with it.
There's always paperwork.
Exactly. And they were like, you're at the height of your career kind of thing. And he's just like, I have been beaten up by hockey my whole life. Like, he was like, I can't do the social media and the fame and my body's falling apart and whatever else. So he's thinking about all this, but mostly he's thinking about Matteo's mustache and wondering if he and Avery are together. Matteo makes it pretty clear to Levi straight off the bat that she is deeply off limits due to her brothers. So Avery starts her class. Matteo's sitting in on it. Levi manages to set Avery's hair on fire. And then it slips out during this altercation that her dad's actually died. He died 2 years ago.
Oof.
Levi is pretty shook up by this. He had no idea. He's like best friends with her brother Austin. He was really close with the family, like, and he just didn't know. So he's like, what the fuck, guys? Like,
and this also, not only is it like devastating news, Levi and Austin are like best friends that they call every week and they talk a lot. So the fact that Austin hasn't mentioned anything is a real like mind spin for him too.
Yeah, like they're certainly talking like at least monthly. Yeah. And he's like, in 2 years, this hasn't come up.
Pretty big thing to ignore.
Yeah, he's like, are we actually friends? Because what the fuck? Avery's friends, June and Evie, come over after her disastrous day of dyeing her face blue and setting her hair on fire and arguing with her childhood crush. And she tells them everything, how Levi's back and he's hot, and she's frustrated that she can't flirt with Matteo because her brothers are a nightmare, etc., etc. And I got to say, I really like when the girl friends in romance books don't keep secrets. Like, they're not like, oh, I can't share this with anyone. Like, because, sorry, this is so much more realistic to my friendships. We are up each other's assholes. Like, we are in each other's business.
I know every corner of your life.
Yeah, and same. Like,
yeah, literally.
Like, basically, we crawl inside each other's skin and just hang out there. Like, and it's an accurate representation. Yeah, it's an accurate representation. Especially because they've known each other since like kindy.
Yeah.
So Matteo, a few days later, receives a call while he's on duty about someone with a flat tire out on the edge of town. Turns out to be Levi. And Matteo goes to get him and is for sure checking him out.
Oh, 1000%.
Yep. And thinking some very horny thoughts while he's at it. So Matteo gives him a ride back into town and learns that Levi is Avery's new mystery neighbor that lives across the street from her.
Oh, isn't that convenient?
Yeah. And then he's thinking about Avery, and then he has some very indecent thoughts. Because even though Matteo and Avery are besties, he's secretly very into her. Very, very into her.
Very, very, very.
The quote that I had was, he's like, because I've told her she's just a friend. Just a friend I thought of every single waking moment of every single day. Just a friend I wanted to fuck straight through my mattress.
Just a friend. Just
like,
a friend.
Sir.
Just a friend.
And like, that's like, you're starting to get an idea of how horny this is going to be. You know what I mean?
And this is like a chapter in.
Fully, we're like 10% through the book. Don't worry, it gets faster after this. I feel like the first half always takes longer to set it all up, and then you just go bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
So Levi and Matteo have some very charged moments on the way back. It's very sexual tensione.
And they're both trying to like figure out, because this is obviously middle of rural America.
Yep.
And they're being like, am I going to get hate crime?
Yeah, if I flirt with you, will I be murdered? The thing
Anyway, they
about this
don't, so it's
town,
good.
the thing about this town is that Matteo is bisexual, Levi is bisexual, and we learn that both of Avery's brothers are also bisexual. Where are all these bi kings coming from in the middle of West Texas?
What's in the water over there?
What are they doing over there?
I have some questions.
And where do I go?
I would like GPS coordinates, actually.
Yeah, love a Latin long if you've got it. By the way, fucking bisexual town over there. A haven
Why
for
not?
bisexuals.
Why not?
So they park outside Avery's gallery and they're going to go see Austin. And then Matteo's like, maybe you can go and apologize to Avery, because Levi's like, she must hate me after the fucking incident the other day.
To be fair,
And
her hair
Matteo's
was very
like,
flammable. It was bright blue.
Matteo's like, no, she doesn't hate you. But then she comes outside and she is for sure pissed.
Oh, yeah. Like fuming.
Yeah, she's like, what the fuck? But then she gets over it pretty quickly, just being like, sorry, I wasn't expecting you to like ask about my dad or that you would even turn up here at all.
Yeah.
Like, I was taken off guard, blah, blah, blah. They like hold hands for a sec, because certainly there's some vibes. Everyone is vibing left, right, and center.
Clocking each other.
There's some
it's
absolute
like that
clock
Spider-Man
going
meme
on.
where you're like, and the other two are like,
yeah. Everyone's like, whoa.
What's going on here?
And so they're kind of clasping hands, and at that exact moment, Austin Why Not turns up.
Why not? Why wouldn't they?
Why not? He doesn't mention the hand holding.
Not yet.
Matteo's like, ooh.
Shit.
So he's busy reuniting with Levi, being like, when did you get here? But the convo turns pretty quickly to Levi renting this house on Avery Street. And she's like, wait a fucking second. And then from there, somehow, they end up on Avery's dating life and talking about it like she's not there. And they have this
literally
standoff.
Right in front of her.
Yeah, they have this standoff because Levi's like, why are you so controlling? And Austin's like, why do you care? Like,
why do you want to know?
Yeah, why do you want to know? And Avery's like, you're all a bunch of fucking babies, goes back inside, and Matteo follows her in. And then there's this like really charged moment where he like almost asks her this like dicey feelings question. He was like, but what if? And then he like didn't do it. And she's like, what are you trying to ask me? And he kind of is like, no, it doesn't matter. I shouldn't be asking you this. Which if someone said I shouldn't be asking you this, I'd be like, tell me right now, motherfucker. Tell me right now.
Tell me right now.
Tell me right now.
Hold your tongue for the rest of your life, but you tell me right now.
Yeah, and don't say I shouldn't ask you that. Just
tell me. Just tell me. Not that hard.
So then when Avery's like trying to call him out on this, and she kind of points out like pretty frustrated, being like, as you've told me 1,000 times, we're just friends. And then Matteo goes, did you really believe me?
I would throw up.
I would be sick.
2 years.
You really believe me?
They've been friends for been happening
2 years.
Years.
And they were like instantly attracted to each other and have done nothing about it for 2 years. They've just been friends.
Sick, I tell you, sick.
The situation stands. We have a quote. Levi was my neighbor. Matteo was my friend. And the two of them were my brother's best friends, which meant above all else, they were off limits. Sign me up.
That's the good
Sign
stuff
me
right
up.
there.
Now you've got me chomping at the bit.
Seriously?
So Avery's in her studio painting, thinking about everything. She's like, I'm attracted to both of them. I can't do anything about it. How could I possibly make this work? Why are my brothers such a nightmare? We learn a lot more about how her dad passed away and her mum is still not coping like 2 years later. And she and her mum have a pretty fraught relationship anyway. She was very close with her dad. and they were both like artistic souls kind of thing. She's looking at all of her paintings, and they're all very kinky, like shibari ball gag level kinky, like very submissive, like hell yeah. So that was a lot of like, we got a lot of context from her little like studio painting session.
Yeah, we learned a lot about her in that very short moment.
Yep. Meanwhile, Matteo cannot stop thinking about Avery and Levi, and he has picked up on the vibes. And he was like,
God, because like, if we didn't have Matteo, this book wouldn't have happened.
No one would go anywhere. Like, seriously. He's been like, okay, there was a moment when we talked in the studio and it was very like tense, and I need to do something about it because they kind of haven't spoken since. So he comes to her house pre-ass crack of dawn, like genuinely pre 6 a.m. with coffee and baked goods that he's picked up from Evie, who knows exactly what's going on. I love her.
She's the best.
So he goes into Avery's house. They finally admit they have feelings for each other. It's so cute. It's extremely hot.
Cute.
But they're obviously still worried. They're like, we can't, like, Avery's like, my brother's just going to make my life a nightmare, your life a nightmare. I don't want to ruin your friendship, like, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, but we really, really want to fuck each other, like, so bad.
So where does that leave us?
So they agree to keep it a secret for now while they work it all out, because they cannot wait any longer, and they get down to business.
And my God, does it happen quickly?
My God, because both of them already know that the other one is like pretty kinky. Like they've kind of skirted around the topic a couple of times, but they know that much. They're both kinky as hell. But for this first time, they keep it pretty straightforward, which feels correct because like,
they're still learning each other. Like, this is new territory for both of them.
Yes, and there's been so much yearning. Like, now's not the time to put all the bells and whistles on. Like,
yeah, you gotta get to know each other.
Have the moment. So Matteo has just made Avery come with his mouth and hands in the living room when there's a knock at the door, and it's Levi at like 7 a.m, wondering if he can borrow some baking soda. Like, I'm being 100% serious. He wants to borrow baking soda. That's why he's there.
He's making some poor excuse of like protein muffins.
Yeah. Matteo and Avery answer the door, so obviously having just been like essentially fucking.
Like, Avery opens the door and she's like panting, and then like a couple seconds later, Matteo's like leaning against the door frame shirtless.
He's so cocky about it. He's like, and Levi's so flustered, and Matteo's just flirting, and Leo's like, I gotta go. I've clearly interrupted something. So he leaves.
Is this the bit where it's like, you can join or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like they invite him in, basically. He panics and he sprints. Like, he just, I'm gonna go back. Leaves.
Yeah, he's like, bye. And so he leaves. They're back inside, and Matteo and Avery confirm they both like Levi. And each other. And so Matteo, who is the mastermind of this book, was like, we got to get him on board.
How are we going to do this?
He's like, we got to seduce the man.
We got to scheme.
And then, after this conversation, Matteo and Avery go and have sex for the first time. And it's incredible, and it's magical, and it's everything.
And it's really interesting as well, because like, it's the first time that they are having sex, but it's also, they are kind of like mentally fucking Levi as well.
They're both thinking about him.
Yeah.
And I think they even mention it a couple of times. Like, they're certainly all in for throuple.
Oh, yeah. With like no hesitation.
Yeah. So Matteo and Avery are scheming. And now Matteo is going to seduce Levi. So he turns his flirting up to 11 when he runs into him in town. Apparently it's possible for him to get even flirtier than he already was.
Crazy behavior.
And then he's like, I'll see you around. And then he goes to the station and he's kind of texting Avery a little bit. And then she's like, I've got this family dinner. And he's like, I'm going to see what Levi's doing. And then basically invites himself to go and hang out at Levi's house. Haha. So that night, Levi's made the world's worst muffins. Even I don't know if he ever got baking soda, but I don't think that would have saved them.
No.
They have a super upfront conversation about what they're after and like men speaking honestly, like about their feelings.
It was confusing and refreshing. Confusing because it doesn't happen often.
No, it was so nice to read. I was like, Matteo's just like, I'm going to be so for real with you. I want you and I also want her. And she also wants you and I think you want her. And I think we should bone. Thoughts?
And Levi was like, yeah, I'm into that.
And Levi's like, we should absolutely bone for sure.
Let's do that. Come here right now.
So then they have sex. Levi, also kinky as hell. And while he's generally a dom, like he's kinky in the way that like he keeps spreadsheets, you know?
I was obsessed with this.
I thought you'd like the kink spreadsheet. He's got a math degree somehow. And so,
you know, throw that in the back there.
And there's a quote somewhere in the book that's like saying that he's a freak in all the sheets.
I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was very well done.
So generally he's a pretty dominant guy and that's kind of the role that's expected for him. But for the right person, he just wants to be a good boy. And that right person is Matteo.
Absolutely, it's going to be Matteo.
Which is so hot to me, I'll be sick.
Yeah, absolutely. This was the perfect situation for all of them.
So Levi's the bottom. And it's crazy good.
Oh, well, yeah, in this situation.
So with Matteo, he's the bottom. Which is huge for him. He like does not really do this that often, but he does love it when it does happen. And Matteo takes such good care of him. Like,
no,
Matteo's such a dumb king.
Well. Bless.
And then afterwards, he's like, Levi's like, "Can you sleep over? Like, stay here with me." I was like, ah! Oh my god. So, but yeah, I cracked myself up. While Levi is getting his back blown out 6 ways to Sunday.
Correct, actually.
Funnily enough, it is in fact a Sunday. Avery has her usual family dinner. And she knows what Matteo's up to with Levi. Because they've been scheming about it.
I don't know if I could sit through family dinner knowing that.
I'd be like, I need you to update me every 10 minutes.
I actually need to leave. Sorry, see ya.
I need to go join something you. To be. Like, what? So, dinner goes to shit. Avery basically instantly. Avery basically calls out her mother on just shutting down and not dealing with anything and being reclusive still after their dad died 2 years ago. She's never really treated Avery very well. And Avery basically says, I'm not going to attend weekly dinners until
her mum is quite awful and really, really like demeaning and rude and, you know, expects Avery to do all of the things and lets her brothers get away with everything and all those kind of things, right? Like it's a very complicated and difficult relationship.
Yeah. And Avery was kind of like, the three of us, like the siblings, all decided we want you to go to therapy. And until you do that, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
Like for dinner. Like I can't do this anymore. And you know what? It's really hard to put boundaries in with parents. And I think it's so brave of her to do this.
So brave of her. Good job. Well done, Avery.
So brave of her. Like, and you can kind of tell reading it, like it was fucking hard for her to do, but she's like,
it was devastating.
I can't do this anymore.
Mm-mm.
So, and she kind of cries it out with June and Evie and they kind of patch her up a little bit after because they're absolute G's. So, the next day, Matteo starts a group chat, which is essential to any throuple.
Oh, yeah. It's all about the communication.
Oh, God, yeah. They plan to have a date with all three of them at Avery's house and they get very flirty over the texts. Matteo is talking about what toys he should bring, etc. The
He's
sexual
gone
tension
shopping
is
already.
He's already been shopping. Like, my man's is prepared.
Yeah.
And the sexual tension is fucking through the roof. Especially because, remember, this whole thing is secret.
So secret.
Secret, because Matteo and Levi are both friends with Austin and Dallas, and those guys will murder them.
Yeah.
If they find out. So this secret, which does make it hornier, I think.
Absolutely.
So Avery and Levi, well, I mean, they're all super turned on by the texting, but Avery is obviously across the road from Levi. So she just like throws caution to the wind and turns up at Levi's door, just like smacking on the door until he opens it immediately after they've been texting. And Levi's like, I was literally just thinking about fucking you and now here you are. And
isn't he in the middle of
he's
having a shower?
Jerking off in the shower.
Yeah. This is like what dreams are made of for him.
Yeah, he was like, did I like manifest you or what? So they pretty quickly get down to it and complete what I like to call the triangle of fucking. So now they've all fucked each other. Which, yes, exactly. Which Avery pointed out. She's like, well, you've had sex with Matteo and I've had sex with Matteo, but we haven't had sex with each other. And before we go on this group date tomorrow night, doesn't it feel important that we also have sex with each other? And Levi's like, so true.
And you know what? It is important because
it is.
You've got to get to know each other one-on-one before you add another person in.
I think so, yes. So with Avery, Levi kind of switches and he's a lot more dom. He's back. Because Avery is one of nature's subs.
Oh, yeah.
She's a goddamn submissive to her core.
There's not a dominant bone in her body.
Yes. And Levi, hot as a bottom. Levi is a dom. This man keeps some fucking filth up his sleeve. I tell you what.
The whole time he's like, I'm not good at the whole talking thing, blah, blah, blah. Lies.
Absolute lies.
Slander, actually.
It's a goddamn lie. And
he has the filthiest goddamn mouth of maybe anyone we've ever had in a smut book.
I don't know. Matteo, I think, maybe takes the cake here. They're both
but
diabolical.
God, they're up there.
And the two of them,
unstoppable force.
Unbelievable. So one of the quotes that I pulled from this particular scene was, cover your pretty little mouth if you need something to do with your hands. Why? I rasped. So the neighbors don't hear you screaming my name.
Feral.
So they have sex and then they send some naughty photos to Matteo. And then Levi shares his photography with Avery, which he doesn't really show anyone. And he was kind of
really
like, this
precious.
is, it's so cute. He was like, this is just a silly hobby that I have, like, keeps me sane outside of hockey, like, don't laugh kind of thing if it's bad. And Avery's like, what the fuck? These are amazing. Like,
yeah.
Like, what? So he does have his little artistic soul inside his jock exoskeleton. So the next day, throuple date.
The day has come.
It's come. They have dinner first because there's some semblance of decorum. And Matteo makes the most insane speech ever over the dinner. And I need to read this whole thing for you verbatim because my jaw hit the floor. I was not well. So, shall I read it for you?
Please.
As for what I'm thinking I want to fuck both of you. I want to bend you, Avery, over the bed and spank your ass so you remember everything we do together for the next week. I want to put you, Levi, on your fucking knees and make you eat our girl out until she's screaming your name, all while I'm fucking you. I want to try every position possible with 3 bodies. I want to tie you both up in rope and tease you until you're both begging, cock-hungry messes. I want to see if Avery can take both our cocks. I want to give you both instructions for you to obey, and your reward will be to do anything to please me. And I want to make the 2 of you come so many times you forget your name, what town we're in, and the rest of your worries.
What in the Shakespeare was that?
What the flying fuck?
Seriously, what the fuck was that?
If someone said that to me,
it'd be game over, and we know that.
I actually think I'd pass out.
I'd pass away.
I'd be
not just pass out, pass away.
I'd be actually a corpse. Like, what?
Like, goodbye.
Sorry? I want to try every position possible with 3 bodies.
It's so direct and clear, and there's so much wanting in it, and it's like, it's not yearning, it's like promise.
No, it's like Matteo doesn't fuck around, knows what he wants, and knows how to take charge.
And it's so hot.
It's so hot. And he has a mustache and glasses. Really important to remember.
Don't forget that. Important information.
Yeah. So he absolutely goops and gags the other two with this speech.
Seriously.
Like, And then Levi whips out his goddamn kink spreadsheets for everyone to fill out.
I love
He's like, we're all going to fill these out. He's like, I printed them off. We're all going to fill them out and see what our compatibilities are. He's such a nerd. If, like, obviously this gets everybody in the mood.
Oh, of course.
Because they're going through this deeply extensive kink spreadsheet and filling out their preferences. So they put them all together afterwards. They're all, like, filling them out and looking at each other across the living room.
It's
Matteo,
like who's going to move first?
Yeah. Spreads them out and sees all 3 lists, and he's getting some ideas.
He's scheming.
And he's like, I did bring my magic kink bag. And
just conveniently, if you're wondering what this huge bag of items is.
Yeah. So his ideas that he then certainly enacts does involve, like, a ball gag and, like, I think handcuffing Levi, and Matteo's in charge of the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
I think Avery ends up having sex with both of them, but separately. It is crazy though, and you can just see the chemistry's out of control between the 3 of them.
They're so obsessed with each other,
genuinely. And Levi's like, damn, such a shame that I'm leaving in a month now. So
I don't have feelings.
Yeah, imagine. Haha. Safe to say things are going extremely well between the 3 of them. Avery invites the 2 men into her private studio that no one's ever been in. They're both like, they see all the kinky paintings and they're like, oh my God. Like, they're so gagged by it.
And they're like, how much is this painting? And she's like, it's not for sale. And they're like, well, you need to make 2 more paintings because I want one. And he wants one.
One for me. Matteo has walked in with his kink bag. So we all know what
he doesn't really go anywhere without it.
No, he loves to have it on him. He keeps
He's
that
always
thing
prepared.
on him.
Always prepared.
Keeps that thing on him. The 2 men both strip down, and Matteo puts a cock leash on Levi. He leashes his dick with a little collar and a little leash. And the 2 of them pose in some very explicit positions, and Avery draws them. That's hot.
Yeah.
That's a hot activity.
Yeah, it is.
And everyone is very wound up, and Matteo's like, no, you have to keep drawing us. You can't, don't touch yourself. No. But then Matteo finally has Avery reveal a surprise for Levi. She's wearing a butt plug, has been this whole time. And it doesn't come up until then.
Makes his brain combust.
Levi's like, what?
What do you mean?
He's like, what is that? And she's like, what do you fucking think it is? So she's wearing a butt plug, and I think we all know what that means. That's right. We got a goddamn DP right here in the studio.
Right here in the studio.
Right in front of my salad.
Right in front of my salad.
But it's actually super intimate.
It was very intimate, and And it was the first time that Avery had kind of done this as well. So they were
Yes.
very, like as much as it was like very kinky and very like steamy and everything, it was also very lovely and very comforting as well.
There was so much like care and like
Mm.
trust.
Mm-hmm.
And when does that not make it hotter, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
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 So that happens. And then it's a little while later. We're really getting into Levi's 6-week time frame now. There's a group dinner with everyone, which is Avery's besties, Evie and June, her brothers, Matteo and Levi is kind of like their group, like their wider friend group. And still no one except Evie and June. Well, Evie and June know. The brothers do not know.
They do not know.
They do not know. And Evie and June did a really good job at this dinner of fucking running interference and making sure that no one gave it away because the three of them are so bad at this.
The clock. Like the three of them, they were like eye fucking each other in front of the brothers. And Evie
June's
had to
like,
kept being like
I would be so pissed. I'd be like, can you keep it in your pants for one night?
I'm split you up. One end of the table over there.
Yeah. Don't make me separate you. So they're chatting over dinner, all of them, about Levi and how he's leaving soon, like a week or something.
Yeah.
And then it's all from Avery's point of view, and she just feels like pure shit about it.
Mm-hmm. She's not happy.
No, and you can kind of tell none of them are. And then after dinner, Austin's like, I'll walk you back to your house. And Levi's like, I was going to stay here, but okay. Austin tells Levi straight up that he and Matteo wouldn't be right for Avery anyway, after reiterating to him that she's off limits.
This was diabolical work from Austin. It was
Austin's such a dick.
Because not only did it, there's the whole protective brother, whatever, him being really, ridiculous. It was so rude to devalue his friendships and be like, you're not a good person, you're not good enough for my sister. And
yeah, like, hey, you're one of my best friends.
Hindi, what the hell is this?
Yeah, you're one of my best friends, but also still not good enough to be with my sister or part of my family.
Yeah, no, that was, a real dog act from him.
Yeah, so thanks to Austin, now everyone feels like pure shit.
Everyone's in their feelings and no one's dealing with it.
Yeah, because they're all just like, all three of them are super aware of, like, it's kind of, Levi's departure is like hanging over like a storm cloud over the whole thing. But they're still trying to be like, let's make the most of the time we have. Like, so a few days later, our throuple are having another rendezvous, this time at Matteo's house. The mood is pretty sad.
This was so good.
So good. The mood is pretty sad because obviously Levi is leaving and it kind of keeps coming up. And they keep talking about like, if it could be different, like, what would you think about this? Like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, stop talking like you have a future and then being like, we don't have one, because it's just making you so fucking depressed. Levi is maybe the saddest about it, actually. And I'm like, you're the one leaving. Work it out. Hello. And don't leave. You obviously don't want to.
Yeah, but I knew this was going to be a situation where like he had to leave to figure out what he was missing.
You can see it coming like a mile away, like when you start the book. But
yeah.
As soon as they say 6 weeks, you know.
You're like, okay, that's a workable timeline.
Yeah. So basically the three of them agree to like make the most of this time they have left. And we're once again treated to a truly excellent sex scene. This one involving more of Matteo's magic bag of toys, including a spreader bar and a riding crop.
He's so inventive.
And he's so good at running a scene. It's crazy.
He's really in his element here. They all are, actually.
Yeah, they've got the perfect dynamic. Sorry, that is fireworks going off because Phantom of the Opera is
oh my god, slay.
In the harbour.
Wow.
I don't know how long they go for. Anyway,
that's
okay. Hear a sound in the background, that's fireworks. What were you saying?
That Matteo, well, all of them have like the role of the lifetime, and Matteo's really good at running a scene.
Yes, they have the perfect dynamic, which is like Matteo runs it. The other two are submissive to him, but Avery is submissive to Levi. So it's kind of like chain of command.
It's like the dream situation for a lot of people.
It is, because they've got the perfect sandwich, which is that Levi will fuck Avery and then get fucked by Matteo.
Perfect.
I'm not even going to go into detail because I want you all to go read it, you know?
Yes, please go. Off you go.
Off you go. Afterwards, there is a little bit of a come down and a real bummer of a conversation about how Levi is just kind of like, well, you two will be fine without me. And he like really thinks this. He's genuinely like, well, I'll leave and they'll be a couple because they've already like had this thing going for so long and I'm just here temporarily and meh, 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 meh. And they're both like, hey, I'm actually devastated even thinking about you leaving. What the fuck, my guy?
Yeah, I'm going to be sick.
Yeah, so no one's feeling super good, but they're all pretending it's all fine.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah, and now we hit the final 48 hours before Levi leaves.
And this was like probably 75 or 80% through the book. It was like exactly where you think it would be.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. So Matteo comes to see Avery in her studio because she's like painting out her feelings kind of thing. And then Austin turns up and catches them in there. And first of all, she's like, why the fuck are you in here? I told you never to come in here.
Yeah, get out.
My private studio. And then Austin is like, what the hell is going on here? And shit hits the motherfucking fan. Everything comes out, including that she's with Matteo. Levi's also like involved. They've got this thing going on.
There's BDSM.
They've been keeping it a secret. Her brothers are losing it because somehow also Dallas is there and also Levi turns up and then June and Evie are there.
Austin thinks that Matteo has hurt
she's
Avery.
Got a couple of bruises on her.
She has some bruises.
That's right.
And so he's really like going for him. He's like about to kill him basically.
Yeah, because Austin and Dallas are the ones that went and got her after her last abusive relationship broke down and she returned to Why Not. So I think that kind of triggered him into being like, she's been hurt and Matteo did it. Whereas Avery's like, I wanted it.
It was consensual.
Everything's consensual.
It's fine.
And Austin's just not listening.
He's like seeing red.
Yeah, to the point where Matteo ends up punching him for being such a dick about the whole thing.
Crash out about like, get out of that headspace.
Yeah, which was entirely warranted, to be fair. The whole thing is so dramatic. Like, it's like the exact bust up that you knew was coming.
Yeah, but it's almost so much worse as well because like not only is it like the brothers fighting out, which was the big worry, but like Avery doesn't have a lot of safe spaces coming back into this town that her whole family knows about, and like her relationship's broken down in the past and those kind of things. So her art studio is like the one place that is just hers. She's told everybody like to not come in there, especially her brothers, and then they're just not listening to her to leave. And so she's almost more hurt about that than she is about the relationship. So it was
But she's also just so hurt, I think, because like they're not just not listening to her about that, they're just not listening to her in general, and they never do. And it's just like all come to a head basically. And so there's this whole thing, and then Matteo is outside with Levi and Levi's like, you guys don't need me. Like, I'm just going to go because this has all gone to shit and I don't want to like hurt her kind of thing and blah, blah, blah. So he just leaves. He doesn't say goodbye to her. He just says to Matteo that like, you guys will be fine. And that's that. And Matteo's like, I need you. Like, don't go.
Yeah,
and it was so sad. And then he just leaves. And Matteo goes inside to Avery and they both just like break down about it.
Yeah, no one's happy.
So, cut to like 2 weeks later, everyone is fucking miserable. Austin and Dallas kind of pull their heads out of their asses and apologize to Avery.
Only just.
Pardon?
Only just. Like,
Oh,
I've
yeah,
had to
like
think about it, but my God.
Dallas was a lot better. Austin's like a
To
pretty
be fair, Dallas is not really in this book. I kind of
Dallas is
forgot.
not the problem. He more just like goes
Yeah.
along with a lot of what Austin does. And then he kind of catches himself a bit earlier and is like,
Yeah.
okay, kind of fuck to behave like that, my guy.
Yeah.
So Levi's back in Minnesota, supposedly in all these meetings about his supposed return to hockey and like how much time he needs to take off and whatever else, and you know, all the physical therapy he's going to have to do because his body's still so broken from all his injuries. But he's not vibing it. He has not been doing well. He's just going through the motions since he left Texas. He receives in the mail one of Avery's drawings, but it's of the three of them. And she's sent it to him with no note or anything, just kind of like as a, here's a memory.
Yeah.
And he looks at it and he's like crying and he's like, right, that's it.
I've made my choice.
I'm selling
Get in the car.
my apartment. He calls his agent. He's like, and his agent was kind of like, about fucking time you realized. Like,
yeah.
You were going to be a nightmare if you didn't go back there.
Seriously.
So he's leaving hockey. He's going to move to Why Not? And then
perfect.
It's a few weeks after that. Austin and Matteo are having a heart-to-heart outside the fire station. They air all their shit out. Austin is like, I have been a huge dick. And Matteo's like, yes, you certainly have. And they were talking about Levi, and Matteo's like, we're just miserable without him, basically. Like, it's not the same. Kind of, he was like, we still love each other, but we're missing something.
Yeah, it's like it's a part of them that is missing.
Yes. But redeeming moment for Austin.
Woo!
He really turns a corner with this. Turns out he has been in contact with Levi over the last couple of weeks because Levi has been telling him all about how he's selling his apartment and how he's moving back. Turns out Austin picked him up from the airport that morning and he is in fact in town. And in fact, he's been snuck into the fire station. He's here. Matteo, go get your man.
He really pulled that all together. Like, he really, well done.
The quote was, why not move to Texas and fall in love with two people who love you more than anything else and want to share a life together and grow old together and make love together?
Aww.
So they go and see Avery. She's mid-hair dye again.
Classic. Full circle moment.
She's like, what the fuck do you want? And then finds out Levi's there. They all dissolve in a puddle together, confess their love for each other. And then instead of like an epilogue, we kind of get this like series of vignettes, like as like time passes. And you just see that they're so happy together and they've like got their life all sorted, and then they get dogs, and then they've got kids, naturally. But we didn't have to put up with a pregnancy. The kids just sort of appeared.
Thankful.
And that's it. That's the end.
We made it to the end.
I did have a thought at the end when I was writing this. I was like, I do wonder about the kids that come from thruples, because I mean, I guess it's the new having gay parents, but like,
yeah,
I feel like it's not that weird to think about, but I think in the same way that gay parents had to go through some nightmares with the primary school parents, I think
totally
for thruples it's no different.
There was a few points in the book where, like, I think Avery told her mum, and then Levi was saying something to someone back in Minnesota and whatever.
Oh, his mum, yeah.
Well, his mum. And he's like, I'm in love with two people, or I'm seeing two people. And both people are like, oh, so you're cheating.
Yeah, and like Avery kind of patched things up with her mum. I didn't really cover that, but she does patch things up with her mum. Like, that's a whole thing. But
the general perspective towards the throuple is like not... it's not positive to start with in the conversation. Like, people come around to it.
They very openly are like, no, I'm seeing two people. And everyone assumes it's like they don't know about each other. It's like, no. Boyfriends, also boyfriends.
They're boyfriending.
It's
like the whole reason we're in this.
Hardcore boyfriending.
It's like the whole point.
Yeah, one of the boyfriends is the reason we're here.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank God for Matteo is all I can say.
Seriously, we wouldn't gone anywhere without him.
My scheming Dom King.
Slay.
So obviously now we go into our categories. And
you did
this
such a
book
good
had
job,
some.
like
Thank
summarizing
you.
this book, because oh
Thank
God,
you.
was there a lot there?
It's so I was like just kept getting distracted and like reading it as I was summarizing it and getting like flustered all over again.
Woo.
But this book was full of absolute banger like phrases and paragraphs and quotes. So we've got a few of the lines that we highlighted as we read. Elle, would you like to go first?
Absolutely, I will. This is when they, I actually can't remember when this was. It's very early on in the book. I think it's pre the three of them.
It's early, yeah.
But it's when they're like thinking about it.
It's right after they talk, her and Matteo talk about how they both want Levi.
Yes. Yeah. And her head is full of ideas.
When she's fucking Matteo for the first time. Yep.
And she's like, the taste of me on his mouth made me whimper. I just wanted more. Maybe I was greedy now. Greedy for wanting two boyfriends. Greedy for wanting my boyfriends to be boyfriends. But I didn't care if I was at this point. Fuck it all. I was going to be as greedy as I could.
Hell yeah. Get your bag, girl.
Get your boyfriends.
Get your boyfriends. Spare a boyfriend
girl.
for some of us, honestly.
Yeah, pass one around.
Yeah, you got spares, man. I'll take Matteo. Actually, I'll take both of them. They're a package deal. They're like
you
when
can
you
like
adopt
loan them
dogs,
out
you have to adopt them together.
Rescues.
Yeah, they come as a pair. My first one is from the first time that Matteo kissed Levi, and he goes, he tasted like sweet tea and lemon and like a man who was going to be kneeling for me later tonight.
I don't know what to do with that. Oh, the next one's quite sweet, and this is when I think Avery and Matteo have slept together for the first time, and then he's like scooting and booting in the morning because he's like, if anyone sees my car out the front, like, we'll get in so much trouble. And they've just hooked up, and they're both looking after each other afterwards. And it goes, my heart skips a beat. Give me 2 more minutes, Avery said. And then Matteo says, I'll give you the rest of my life.
The rest of my life? They fucked one time.
One time.
Where's that kind of devotion these days? Because they've been friends for so long. Like, he already knows. Yeah. That man's all in.
And he has been for 2 years.
He has been since the start, and so is she. So it's really just like, this was the final piece in the puzzle.
Yeah.
My next one was a cute one at the end. I'll go back to my other one. Was a cute one at the end. That was Matteo. It was when they were missing Levi, and he says, life had a way of bringing people into it that you never knew you were missing to begin with.
Aww.
Which is so cute.
It's so precious.
And sad.
Yeah.
But then not sad when you think about that it all worked out.
It did. We love a happy ending. The last one I have is when Matteo is basically telling Avery that they should do this. This is like, they're both into each other. Like, I can't believe you believed me when I told you we were just friends. How could you do that situation? And he comes over, 5:30 a.m. with the pastries.
It's pre-ass crack of dawn.
Seriously, pre-ass crack of dawn. And I just love the tension in it because it was so like crackling on each side.
It was juicy.
I leaned forward and sat the bag of pastries on her coffee table and then slowly slid to the floor, kneeling in front of her so that we were kneeling in front of her so that we were at the same eye level. She leaned past me, put her coffee down, and then stayed perched forwards, her eyes searching mine.
This is right before he's basically like, I want to rail you so badly.
Yeah. And you feel the crackling on each side. There's like...
Literally. They're like, so close to each other. Like, so I've got two more, but this one is when Avery fucks Levi for the first time. And she says, it felt so fucking good to be bent over like this for him. Every thought getting railed out of me.
Yeah, perfect.
Which is like, who among us wouldn't love to just, like, you can't even think.
That's how you know it's good.
That's how you know it's good. No coherent thoughts. My last one was just funny. It was at the end with, he's on the phone with his agent. And he's just like, I don't know if I've got the temperament for hockey anymore. And she's like, you don't have the temperament for anything except for pining and torturing yourself. Are you sure you're not a Jane Austen character? Which
I love this.
Levi is motherfucking Darcy.
Yeah. That's a copy and paste if I've ever seen one.
That's my man Darcy right there. Yeah. My
Flex
tortured man.
Flex your hand.
He's flexing.
There's one more thing I would like to discuss about this book.
Speak on it.
And it's the word milking.
One of our favourites.
Definitely.
Now with feeling. What's more with feeling? Say it like you mean it.
A good adjective. It's very descriptive. Okay? You get the picture of what's going on.
It really gets the point across.
It's used 7 times. What is the limit of too many times to use the word milking in a smut?
Yeah, because I was just thinking about this and I was like, I think 7 is pushing it.
I think so. I think I'd like the limit to be 4.
I think I'd accept an upper of 5.
Yeah, I can round it out at 5. But I do think if you are just using the same word over and over again, such as milking, we've got to come up with a new word.
Yeah, and like I know what...
And I know it is very specific and it is a very, very, very useful word because it is so visceral.
It's a hard word to replace because, like, you're describing this action, right? Like the clenching feeling.
Yeah.
Which clenching is not the right word.
No.
Because it certainly is milking.
and this is the hard thing because it is the correct word. But it was something that I really, really noted. I don't really notice it too much in other books. They'll use it like once or twice, whatever.
Yeah. Or you notice it and you go, haha, and you move on. But this one, certainly it did come up a lot. And I think they were saying it to each other too, which I was like...
Interesting.
I've only read about people saying the word.
Yes.
I don't know how I'd feel if someone used the word milking at me. Or in reference to me.
No, I don't know about that.
So we're agreed. I think the upper limit should be 5, but I think the correct is about 3.
Yeah. Yep.
If you're going to use it at all. Given the amount of sex in this book, I'm willing to say up to 5.
I do think that's reasonable.
7 feels egregious.
Yeah. I really went and counted it. I searched on my Kindle for the word milking.
Yeah, I thought you might have. I did the due diligence.
I put the hours.
Exactly. I'm putting in the work. Okay. So our next category is spiciest scene. This was hard.
Oh my God.
So
how could you make me choose?
I know. And the whole book was just one long spicy scene. There wasn't much room between them. I've said possibly the art studio where she's drawing them.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was so, like, you could cut the tension in that with a butter knife. It was like, and it would split. Like,
yeah. I was so impressed through this book about the creation of the scenes with the 3 of them. Yes. Because it was so well orchestrated. It wasn't like one character was being neglected at any point.
Yeah.
And
they were not super run of the mill. Like,
it was so inventive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, we really explored some possibilities here.
Untapped potential.
For sure, for sure. So I've said possibly the art studio, which was one, novel, and two, so tense and drawn out that it was like the tension was what made it so hot. And then you eventually got like such a good payoff at the end.
Yeah.
I think start to finish, that might have been my favorite.
Yeah.
Or the spiciest for sure.
Yeah.
But I do think it was hot to me when Matteo and Levi, the two of them, had sex the first time.
I agree.
There's something about a giant hockey player being wanting to be called a good boy that just really does it for me.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
almost like we loved heated rivalry.
Who's to say? But check out our 6 episodes.
Yeah, we covered every episode on the pod, so please check them out.
I also think the art studio, that was 10 out of 10, especially for inventiveness as well. It was really refreshing to read some of this, actually.
We hadn't been there before.
No, it was uncharted territory. I had a great time. I'll be putting a pin in and coming back.
Yes.
I also really thought the first time that Matteo and Avery actually had sex, like after Levi had knocked on the door, and they're actively discussing Levi, that was hot.
Yeah, like he's already the third, just not physically there yet.
And there was something about like the level of, it was already hot because they were having sex, and then there was the like mental side of it where they're like including him and the tension of that I think really added a layer to what would have already been really hot, and then they just made it extra hot.
Yeah, for sure. So a couple of good ones in there, but I think we're agreed the art studio probably wins it.
Yeah.
Our next category doesn't come up every time, but my God, do we love when it does, is Muppet casting.
My favorite.
So this is an extremely cursed book to think about Muppets in, because you are putting some Muppets in some extremely compromising positions, but we persist.
Someone's
and to
me, do it.
The answer was that instead of Avery, may I present you with Miss Piggy? As discussed before,
correct.
I have said previously Miss Piggy would thrive in a polycule. Miss Piggy would thrive in this throuple.
Oh, she would have the time of her life.
And it's important that everyone else is human.
Oh, yes. I agree with this statement. I would like to add one caveat that the brother, Austin, Sam the Eagle. I just think it's really funny if Sam the Eagle's just like looking all the time and like in a big punch up. I think that would be hilarious.
And Sam the Eagle's like, don't fuck my sister, Miss Piggy.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, well then do we do the other brother if we're doing all three of them? And then is he the dog? Roll for whatever his name is.
No, make him human for now.
No, he's human?
Yeah, he's human for now. He might get a character next time.
Once he has his own book, he gets a character.
Yeah, there wasn't enough for me to work with there.
Yep. He's in the second book, I think.
Oh, thank God.
So the second book is Dallas and June. They're all poly vibes.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Which, again, in a town full of bisexual men in West Texas, the concept of this many polycules occurring feels crazy to me.
The concept of this many young single people.
Hot people.
Employed people also.
There seems to be no one else in the town except for the grumpy old ladies in her art class. Like, genuinely, who else is here? There's like a few side characters, but like not really. How many people live there?
I have
not
questions.
That many.
As someone who grew up in a small country town, I did have a few issues imagining this situation.
Like, yeah, you've all
past it.
Grown up together and there's no one else today, and you're telling me it all works out?
It all works out? I don't know
They
about
add
that.
just enough new people in that it all works out in your polycules. Anyway, the second one is Dallas, June, and someone new.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third one, which is the one I want to read, and is apparently the spiciest one of the three. It gets hornier.
How?
I don't know. But it's got 3 men and Evie.
My
and one of the
girl.
men is Austin.
You know what? Good for her.
Which is why we started building his redemption arc, I feel.
Yeah, he needed some work.
Yeah, that one comes out soon. The first 2 are already out. The third one's coming out soon.
Consider me sad.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I'm putting it in my calendar. I'll be taking the day off work.
And speaking of Evie, our MVP award is 100% going to Evie.
Oh, most certainly. It actually couldn't go to anyone else this season.
No, it has to go to someone who's not a main in the main like love story. Is our rule. It's like a side character award for the most valuable player, and Evie in this case was fucking like shooting threes left and right, like running defense. Like she was all over it.
She was doing actually the most.
She's keeping everybody's secrets.
Which I think is the hardest thing to do. Keep up appearances and keep the secrets. So she's working hard.
Yes. And she's got secrets of her own.
Ooh. Good for her.
Intriguing. And finally, we give our ratings based on spice, plot, and vibes because they are 3 separate things.
Mm-hmm.
So, Elle, what were your ratings?
Okay, I gave it 5 out of 5 for spice.
Of course.
I know that doesn't leave me with much upward room for the next 2. However,
no, but 5 is like 5 out of 5 is so relative.
Absolutely, it is. These are not objective ratings. These are purely subjective. I loved it. I thought the whole scene building was excellent. I thought the spice was fantastic. I loved the open discussions and the discourse and the checking in and the aftercare. I thought it was great. I thought it was so inventive and wonderful. Loved it.
Yeah.
Plot. Look, we don't read these for the plot.
No,
it did the job. Don't. I did find the whole big blow up with Austin. I knew it was coming. I could see it happening. That's fine. I just thought it was like maybe a bit much.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It needed to happen. I did just give the plot 3 out of 5 because like it carried the smart perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
This is a book for the smart. It's not a book for the plot.
Mm-hmm.
Vibes, I gave it 4.5 out of 5.
Nice. I'm just going to come out and say 5s across the board. I had an excellent time. I don't care that the plot's not that inventive. Although, and I think I had no problems with it. I think it had enough emotional background and like certainly there was a lot of feelings conversations, but it's a small town one. Like as far as plots for a small town book go, this one was pretty good because they are generally like boy meets girl in small town. It goes well, it goes bad, and then it goes very well. Like
end of story. Blah, blah,
end
blah.
of story. And as far as that goes, it was a little more interesting. The side characters are intriguing, and therefore I'm excited for the next books.
Yeah, you could definitely see the rest of the series being set up, which I did enjoy.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes when you've just got like interesting side characters, but you know they're not going to go anywhere, you're like, I could have done something with this.
And I do want to say, we don't really have a rating for this, but the characters in this book were top notch.
Yeah, maybe we should add that in.
The 3 main characters were so good.
They were very, very, like individually, they were different and they came from different backgrounds with their own perspectives and they all somehow brought all of those assets into the middle rather than like one person being really keen on the other and the other person being not sure, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They were all in.
Never felt forced.
Never.
It was like, it just felt so natural. You're like, yeah, no, you actually can't see any 2 of them being together without the third.
Absolutely.
Which is how you know you've got like a genuine throuple on your hands.
Yep.
Yeah.
Throuple time.
Throuple time. God, it was good stuff. That's all from us. Thanks for joining us once again. That was Cactus Heart by Clio Evans. We recommend reading the rest of the series. We certainly will be.
Mm-hmm.
And really anything else by Clio Evans, because it's always fun. And it's always good. Delicious stuff. You can, as per usual, follow us on Instagram at SmutFairyPod. We're also on YouTube. We're also on TikTok. We're everywhere, wherever you get your podcasts. But obviously you're listening to this, so you found us.
Leave us for sure found a 5-star rating if you really loved us.
Yes.
Tell your friends and family. Perhaps.
Rate and
friends,
review.
Certainly.
Rate, review, tell everyone you know. Tell your nana. She needs some excitement in her life.
She'll love
it. God, can you imagine? I hope we have some nanas that want to listen.
I know we definitely have people in the 65 plus category listening because I downloaded our stats the other day.
How many people in the 65 plus category?
Well, in the last month, there's like 6. Which feels like a lot.
Hell yeah.
Which I have to say, thank you for being here.
First of all, make yourselves known. We love you. Send us a DM or an email.
Actually, let's hang out.
Yeah, you can always email us as well at smutfairypod@gmail.com if you really want to write us an essay, but
I'll write back, trust me.
Oh yeah, no, Elle will write back.
I'm all over that.
She's monitoring. Join us for the next one. We have no idea what it will be yet, but it'll be in a couple of weeks, and we'll see you next time.
We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye-bye.